This is a message to all of the broken hearts out there. I wrote these 3 letters today to basically summarize what I would say to anyone going through heartbreak. This is not advice. Think of this as more of words of comfort, so you can know it's not the end of the world, even though it feels like it. I know you miss them, and I know it hurts. I know how much it sucks to see them leave. I know how painful it is to let them go. And right now, you're not going to be okay. You're not going to be fine. You're going to be in pain. You're going to be hurt. You're going to miss them a lot, way more than you could ever imagine. You're going to be in pain, but that's okay. Because it's only by being in pain that you can heal. And when you heal, when you allow yourself to be in pain, you will feel the pain getting lighter. You will feel yourself missing them less and less, and you will grow more and more okay with them not being in your life anymore. And you will once again be able to stand on your own 2 feet. I know that's not what you want. It's not what I wanted either. But sometimes we need things we don't want. Trust me, I know that feeling when the person you considered such an inseparable part of your world leaves. I know the feeling of everything falling apart and your world being flipped upside down. I know the pain that comes with it, but I also know that I am the one who fell in love with them. I am the one who showed so much love. I'm the one who made them so special in my eyes. And if I can do that with them, then I can do that with someone else again. Because I hold that power to love. You will miss them, there's no doubt. But missing someone is a natural part of grief. And just because you miss something doesn't mean it's good for you. You'll have to learn to accept this new world, this empty world devoid of their presence, and it will take some time. No doubt. How much? No idea. But when the world you knew dies, an opportunity for a new world is born. And in this new world, you must be reborn. You must grow, you must bloom, and you must flourish. Now that you're empty, just means you have space. Space to heal, and space to embark on the adventure once again, once you feel yourself ready to do so. So those are the 3, or like 2.5 letters I wrote for myself. I was thinking of it this morning, and it just came to mind. And most people who haven't been in love completely misunderstand. Sorry, that's my dog. Completely misunderstand what being in love actually means. When you tell them that it feels like you can't live without them, they'll most likely just dismiss you and be like, oh, well, that's just dumb. That's irrational. You can live without them. But that's not true. You can't live without them. Not the you that fell in love with them, not the you that's in love with them. Because that you, that version of you who I wrote these letters for, can't live without them. That version of you was only born because you fell in love with them. Because you became vulnerable, you showed courage, and you gave them your trust, and you showed them love, and you made them special. That version of you can't live without them. That's a fact. But as people, we're infinite. We're ever changing. And with constant change comes life and death. And with the version that lived in being in love with Him comes the death and the new life of the version of you that's moved on from them. Love is irrational, and that's the beauty of it. I think we make a great mistake when we use that as an insult. We dismiss love in many ways. We say it's irrational, it's stupid. But it's not stupid. Sorry about that. My mic died, so I had to re-record the video. But anyways, as I was saying, that's not dumb. Just because it doesn't make sense to your mind doesn't mean it's dumb. And I'll give you an example of that. If you, let's say, are walking in the forest and you come across an animal or a bird or whatever you see, or a lizard or whatever, and you don't recognize the species and you don't know what it is, doesn't mean it doesn't have any meaning. Just because it doesn't make sense to you doesn't mean it's senseless. Nature has some sort of sense for it. And I think we're making a massive mistake when we insult everything else that's not the mind. We insult everything that doesn't have reason, as though that's a bad thing. We say that's unreasonable, as though that's some sort of evil, some sort of terrible thing. But that's just not true. Your mind is only one aspect of your being. You also have a heart, you have smell, taste, hearing, seeing. All these different sensations are as much as a part of your being, as much necessary as your mind. They all complete you. All of them complete you. And we think that everything besides the mind is just an unnecessary accessory. But that's just not true. That's just a complete misunderstanding of life, misunderstanding of your being. You can't just cherry pick one thing out of your being and say everything else is unnecessary. Yes, love is irrational, but that's what makes it beautiful. That's what makes it worthwhile. A lot of things in your life are going to be irrational, but you won't regret doing them. Or even if you will, they'll still have some sort of meaning to you. They're still going to be worthwhile. And this idea that, oh, this love is rational, it's stupid, it doesn't make any sense, is completely absurd. It's completely absurd because you're just completely neglecting one aspect of your being for another. It doesn't make any sense. You don't just live through your mind. If we just lived through our minds, we would be a block of servers and just computers, and that's it. There would be no feelings. We're first and foremost human beings. And being a human being is not something you can define. It's not something you can just put your finger on and say, that's me, that's it. No, because everything is it. You're as much as part of everything as much as everything is a part of you. And to say that this love that we experience is stupid just because it doesn't make sense to one aspect of our being is absurd. It's completely absurd. And it's not just feelings. I'm not sure if I talked about this before in the video, but even if I did, I'm going to repeat it. It's not just feelings. Falling in love goes deeper than feelings. It goes way deeper than feelings. It's far more profound than just having feelings for someone. Just having feelings for someone is called a crush. That's when you're just attracted to somebody. Something about them, something about them attracts you to them. And that's shallow. But when you fall in love with someone, when you utter the words, "You are my everything," there's way more profound meaning behind that than you could ever possibly comprehend. Something that can only be experienced. Every rationalist in the world calls love ignorant and stupid and nothing more than a chemical drug until they themselves fall in love. There are things in this life that cannot be explained. And that's where our adventure and that's where our mystery and the beauty of life shows itself to us. We have mistaked that love is stupid because it's irrational, because we associate ourselves with this shallow definition of who we are by calling ourselves I and saying we're the ego and thinking that we're nothing more than our brains. But we're so much more. We're infinite. We're ever changing, and you can't define ever changing things. Because to define is to fix, and we are not fixed. We are in constant flux. So with that, I want to make my final point. It's not supposed to make sense. It's not. A lot of your feelings are not meant to make sense. Don't waste your time analyzing yourself, because you can't analyze something that's infinite. It would take you the rest of your life and you still wouldn't get it all. Sometimes you're going to feel resentment towards the person because they left. Sometimes you're going to feel anger. And that's okay, man. That's good. That's fine. Your feelings are always valid. This is one thing I feel so many people sadly don't understand. They beat themselves up for feeling a certain way. It's like, dude, it's okay if you resent them. It's fine if you hate them for a little bit. Know what I mean? That's okay, because it's just a feeling. It's nothing more than a feeling. And not every feeling is meant to make sense to your mind, because your mind only covers one aspect of your being. Love is a beautiful, wonderful thing. Falling in love is worthwhile. Is it scary? Yes. Is it hard? Absolutely. Is it painful? Extremely. Is it worth it? Yes and yes. It is one of the most beautiful things a human being can experience. Because when you fall in love with someone, they quite literally become your everything. And I'm going to talk about this. I don't know if I said this earlier in the video, but when you say to someone, "You're my everything," that's not just a shallow fairy tale that you made up to make things seem special. No. When you fall in love with someone, they become a part of your entire being. They become a part of your perspective. They become a part of your world. Two worlds merge into one. That's what happens when you fall in love. You give them your complete trust and you say to them, "You are my everything." Why? Because you've given them everything. You trusted them and you had faith in them. And faith and belief are two different things, but I'm going to talk about that in another video. But that's the beauty of falling in love, man. If everything in life made sense, it would suck. That's the blunt truth. That's the truth. And don't ever let someone tell you that you're dumb, or that you need to get over it, or that this or that, or you're being irrational by giving this person so much value. No, no, man, that's the whole point of it. You're not meant to only live through your mind. Stop trying to define yourself. Allow yourself to be free, experience wonder and adventure in its full effect. That is where the beauty, the meaning of life will reveal itself to you. Only once you let go. Anyways, I believe I've said all I wanted to say. Um, Sadly, a lot of the footage that I recorded got lost. Like 6 minutes worth of footage where I was just talking about kind of this stuff, but I can't recall exactly what I said due to the audio cutting off. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I just want to say, if you're watching this and you're heartbroken, I'm not speaking from nowhere, man. I'm speaking from experience. I know what this feels like. And yeah, it sucks. And you're just gonna, that's all there is to it. It's painful. You just gotta rest. And I started this video out with saying I wouldn't give advice, but here I am giving advice. It's unexpected, but that's just a part of life. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you have a good day or night or morning, wherever you are. And yeah, I look forward to posting new videos. See you later.